Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Carix and this will be another random nation Europa Universalis for SWOT analysis and sort of like walk through strategy development video. However you want to look at this, guys. SWOT analysis implying looking at the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of a country and just sort of developing a strategy for a country on the fly. Maybe a strategy, most likely a country that we haven't played before, right? A strategy for a country we haven't played before, which means we are executing a process, a system for building that plan, not necessarily just saying, hey, we've played this country 50,000 times and this is exactly what you're supposed to do. Well, I don't really play the game in a sense and believe that there's only one way to play a country, right? And I do think that because of the ecosystem element of this game, hundreds of different countries moving and grouping in different ways, it does require a lot of tactical sort of decision making in order to ultimately build up to maybe what is a long-term strategy, right? So I find that just having a plan, it's like that's going to go haywire anyways, right? We need to be able to make our own plan. We need to be able to make our own decisions, and that's what it is to play the game, is to make your own decisions, not just follow a particular guide or quote, quote, the best way of doing things. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Let me know if you guys like it or not. Episode 1, of course, is going to be the setup of the nation, looking at the situation, developing the plan. Episode 2, as always, is the opening moves and actually testing that plan and seeing if it works or not. Random nation, here we go. Livonian order, boom. Never played the Livonian order before. Let's go. Let's go. Not quite as weak as the bishopric, some of the other nations that we've done, but not as strong as some of the other nations that we've done in this either. Livonian order, I think, is actually going to be kind of an interesting country here, because for the most part, it's like, okay, Denmark in Scandinavian sort of union here of the Scandinavian kingdom of Denmark leading Sweden and Norway in a personal union, right? That is going to be a big blob. It would be nice to sort of take advantage of that in one way or another, but that's going to be an issue. We have Novgorod, which I think is going to be an opportunity for us, but Muscovy is going to be going for it fast and furious. It'll be interesting to see if we have any special missions that will guide us in any direction. Lithuania is a lot weaker than they look, but they're still stronger than we are. Plus, they're likely to team up with Poland very early in the game, so that could be a problem. The Teutonic Order is a country that is probably going to get dogpiled by Brandenburg, Poland, and Lithuania, and maybe Denmark all at once. Probably not Denmark as much, but still, they're going to get dogpiled. And we could take advantage of that by going in ourselves, but that could get these other countries upset with us. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. It's like going against Sweden, probably not going to be something that's possible. Supporting Sweden's independence against Denmark, much more likely if Sweden is willing to go disloyal. We're not going to be able to attack these guys here. They look like a weak dude. These guys are actually a subject of Muscovy, so that's going to be off the menu, most likely, because Muscovy is pretty strong. Muscovy would have to be basically losing a war against like the hordes or something like that, I think, before we would be able to sneak attack them in any way. Yeah, Novgorod, I think we're going to want to sneak up here and actually get some of this Baltic land here from Novgorod. Maybe take this sort of entire... well, I guess it doesn't spill over into Novgorod itself. If we can block Muscovy from forming Russia, that could be kind of cool. But that means they will be coming for us next. Man, it's like, do we ally Denmark? Can we even ally Denmark? Maybe. Poland? Less likely. Brandenburg? It's hard to say. Poland has rivaled the Teutonic Order. Okay, so that's an in to getting an alliance, an enemy of enemy with them. Ironically, Brandenburg has not. That seems kind of strange to me. It looks like Denmark has rivaled Lithuania. That could mean that Lithuania could be a potential... we could rival Denmark if we wanted Lithuania as an ally. They don't really care that much about us. Man, Poland doesn't like us, though. I mean, Poland's not impressed with our army strength or anything. Riga's this tiny little country in here. Riga's an option. Riga definitely also seems to want us as an ally. We could build favors with them very quickly and probably utilize them, but they're not really going to do anything aggressive because they can't. They're just kind of like within our borders here. They're in a trade league, right? They're in a trade league with Lubeck, so that would be kind of a mess. But to be honest, maybe, I don't know, maybe we just go for Riga. I'm not sure. We can only rival these two guys. I think we do it. I think we just rival the two guys that we can. We're probably going to want to build spy networks on both of these dudes. Novgorod probably is more important for that right away, because there is probably going to be war against Muscovy and Novgorod breaking out very soon, and I want to be able to strike when the iron is hot there. Let's go for who wants to ally us right off the bat? Just boom, boom, boom. Let's go to the production tab, diplomacy production tab, and see what we have here. We're getting Scotland. Scotland, huh? Scotland, don't you think you're kind of far away, dude? Don't you think you're kind of far away? I don't think Scotland's going to have any value. Can we vassalize this guy? Is that possible? Economic base compared to Riga. Difference in government ranks. Military power compared to Riga. I think the answer to this is actually a yes. We just need to grow our economic base, which I think is just a matter of just sort of expand. I think no one hates Riga. How many alliance, how many opportunities? We have 4 relationship slots. I mean, that could be Poland, Brandenburg, Riga. I mean, is Muscovy on the table for an alliance? No, probably not. No, it'd be too hard to impress Muscovy. Oh, Sweden is so close. Sweden is so close to being disloyal. I wish we had one more diplomat. We would probably work on Sweden. If we had 4, oh man, if we had 4 diplomats, we'd build a spy network on Teutonic, build a spy network on Novgorod, we'd work on Sweden, we'd work on Poland. That would be our play. Those are the things that we need to be sort of working on. We just need to be working on those things. Do we have any decent missions here? The answer to that is officially no. So Emperor did not give Livonian Order any love. That's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. I'm assuming that Riga will actually just return, give us an alliance offer. So hopefully we can sort of just have them do that so we don't have to waste our own diplomat doing that. The royal marriage with Poland, is that actually more likely than... Our government rank does not allow royal marriages. No, because that's one of the ways that we can get those diplomatic alliances, right? Sad times. Sad times. Our economy, we're losing money. Great. That's what I love to see. That's what I love to see. I'm getting rid of this fort. We don't need a fort in Estonia. We don't need a fort in Estonia in the grasslands. We're getting rid of that nonsense. That will at least get us above. We can mothball this as well. I don't think there's going to be a sneak attack against us. I mean, like, Livonia doesn't start with any claims or anything against us, do they? No. Nobody has any reason to go to war with us yet. But I think Denmark's going to get claims over here fast. We're not going to be able to afford advisors, but we do need to be able to build up our army to look more appealing to people. Maybe our navy as well. And I think that's basically going to be... Well, we are in the Baltic. We probably do have galleys because of it, but I think, honestly... I think we're going to actually need to build up light ships. We're pushing up here. I don't know if I like that as much. And pushing down there. It is what it is, but I bet you... if we... 1%, huh? Wow, 1%. I bet you if we collect... Oh, I did that wrong. Okay. When we unpause the game, we'll just have to make sure that we're collecting, and we'll have to remember to go back to trade. I think we want to collect in the Baltic. And we'll just sort of do some little trade experiments to see if we end up making money from that or not. We're actually a Prussian culture. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Kurland? Reform into Kurland. Protestant, Reformed? Kind of neat. I wonder if that gives us any special missions or anything like that. We can also form Germany. It's kind of neat. Then we have some pretty lame missions up here, just sort of generic stuff. 15% manpower recoveries. Be nice. Extra missionary, sure. It is, it's not terrible. It's not going to help us in the short term, though. Extra discipline pretty early on, and the idea is that's okay. I like having 2% missionary strength. I think that's totally fine. It's totally fine. We could be not paying for the army. It is going to take a while to Yeah, I think we not pay for the army. We try to save up what money we can. Get a little bit of a treasury going before war breaks out here. Alternatively, we could drill armies. Alternatively, we pay for the army because we can, and we drill them. What does our ruler look like? A 2-2-1? That's not good. Let's get you on the battlefield. Let's actually be drilling you. You're a decent general, though. Better than the other guy, who's got Nikes on, but that's about it. Okay, let's go to the estates here. Slot these in. We don't have any advisors yet. I don't know if we're going to need to boost up stability. I think I'll wait on these until we actually hire advisors. It's going to be a while, I think. We're just going to go in with the classic 10-10, right? 10 loyalty, 10 influence. Doesn't make it any harder to revoke this, and it makes it so that they're more likely to have more influence so they can give us better benefits. We could sort of help our manpower here by paying a little bit of our taxation to that. You know, I kind of like that. I have a feeling manpower is going to be a little bit tricky over here, especially if we're fighting wars against Novgorod and going north and taking attrition, and fighting tougher wars against the Teutonic Order. We can make the light ships cheaper. I think that's going to be worth it. Give them more trade power as well. Free enterprise. That's the 10-10 for the burghers. So that is going to be good. We could get the prestige, but I don't think there's any reason why we need it right now. And it's going to cost us national tax modifier, so I don't think we want that. Guys, I think for the most part, I think this is opening moves for the Livonian Order. Now, there are a number of achievements that you can get with the Livonian Order. Maybe I should have looked that up. There are a number of achievements that we can do with Livonian Order. I will look that up in between episodes. We'll talk about that when we do the opening moves a little bit. But yeah, it looks like everything is good to go. Once we start going into here, we're going to start getting some Orthodox land. But I presume that we'll probably take most of this first. Oh, we do need to get someone to diet here. Base tax is 4. Okay. Give us some prestige. I mean, it's an easy thing to do. Number of allies, at least 2. Quite honestly, we're going to have 1 ally that I can think of. Are we going to get a second? Hopefully we get a second. Or base production in this province is cows. I don't think we care much about that. Yeah, getting taxation here would be good. But I don't know if we want to like necessarily do that like right away. I think we go for the 2 alliances. We do have the devotion mechanic. So hopefully we'll be able to just recruit some better people here soon. This guy's about to die. So when we unpause, in fact, let's do that right now as part of the setup. I think if we unpause, next day we're going to get the option to pick. This is because we're a bishopric. Bishoprics have some cool stuff. Riga is going to accept the alliance there, or send us one, which is nice. So what can we do here? I forgot. This is going to make the nobility upset, so I think we probably pick somebody that makes the nobility upset. We don't really need devotion, however. That's actually going to kind of hurt. A 2, 3, 4, just an average person there. Totally average. But when we get an alliance, when we get a second alliance, hopefully with Poland, maybe, we'll see. Then we will be able to get these guys. These guys will just bounce right back up to 30, which will be nice. They're going to be trending up there anyways. So we should have thought that out a little bit more, because we totally could have actually picked somebody else, and we could have done the development and stuff. I really need to remember that with the bishoprics, that it's better to do that and then do your estate stuff after you've gone a day and picked your heir. All right, guys, thank you so much, everybody, for watching this sort of SWOT analysis for Livonian Order. Opportunities would be Novgorod and Teutonic, but those are going to be tough battles. Diplomatically, we're looking at Poland potentially, maybe sort of supporting the Swedish independence. Could end up being a powerful ally for us, and also an opportunity to attack into them once they no longer have the protection of Denmark and Norway. Muscovy is going to be a big threat. Lithuania is going to be a big threat. If we can't ally Poland, the Commonwealth here collectively is going to be a big threat. Denmark's going to also be a big threat. Denmark and Muscovy are going to be coming for us in due time. I can promise you that. So That's kind of what we're looking at there. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching this episode. I will see you guys in the next one, where we'll do some opening moves for the Livonian Order and see how things develop as we play the game, see how things progress. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks for watching.